Hello, I started doing a video when the shelving arrived for the polytunnel. So here it is. I've also tried to increase the quality of the microphone because I know it was particularly bad last time, especially when I said P. Any word beginning with P and it was horrible. So here I am building 4 greenhouse shelves. I don't know how long it took. 40 minutes. They're really easy to make. Anyone can do it. As you see, it's slot together. Yeah, I was making it on a bit of uneven surface, so possibly made it slightly harder, but it's super easy. They were ordered from charlies.co.uk and they were $14.99 for a 2-pack, and I got 4 in total. So I'll just let this play on a bit. With this last one, I did have problems with the shells. The shells on these things aren't great, but these ones were particularly bent, as you can probably just about see. I tried bending them by hand, but it didn't help. So in the end, I thought, why not just cable tie them on? I know once we got stuff on it, it would have weighed it down anyway. But these were particularly bad, and they were just like jumping off by themselves. So I whacked 4 cable ties on each one, and that seemed to really improve it. So the next step was to clear the polytunnel with all the stuff that was in it. Take it all out apart from the grow bags, which I can't remove, and the 2 tomato plants in the back, and clean up, pull any weeds out, and tidy up. Did find that there were hundreds of wood lice in there, probably because we've had lots of pots on the floor and moisture has been building up under those pots and containers, and it's attracted them, and they love the warm and damp, so that's where they've gone. So you will see me using some ant poison, which is quite effective against them. I don't want to use any poison. I hate using anything like that. But at the same time, putting in all this effort to grow veg, and you don't want it to be eaten by wood lice, because they can go for stuff like strawberries, and they can team up with slugs and attack tomatoes and any seedlings. They'll try and eat them. We won't have anything on the floor anyway, so I wasn't worried about runoff of the poison going into anything, because it's all going to be on shelves or in grow bags, so they're all sealed. This ant poison's not going to get in there at all, so yeah, I wasn't worried about using it, but just wanted to explain why. Quick end of day update. A lot has changed. Shelves have arrived. Everything's moved around. And there's suddenly a lot more room in here. I did find there was a lot of wood lice and ants under all the stuff that was on the floor, hence you see some bits of white powder. I took everything out, cleaned it all up and put some ant killer on them. But everything's off the ground, so don't worry, none of the plants will be affected by that. But these these shells are really good. They were $14.99 for two. I've got 2 sets, so £30. And I've attached them. In various ways. These ones have got the big trays on. I was a bit worried about if a gust of wind, can't see that, can you? Gust of wind came in this way, it might knock the tray off the top. So that one I specifically tied the tray on. Same here, just to avoid that happening. And they've got big grow bags on at the bottom to weigh them down. Cabbages, they are coming along really well actually. Got some outside and they're nowhere near as good as these ones, so greenhouse is having a really good effect. Cucumbers, you probably haven't seen these. It's been about a week I think from the last video, just over. These have really come along, and I think the last one I mentioned I was worried about these leaves, but hoping that because their true leaf was just poking out, I was worried about these. The true leaf was just poking out, that they would be okay, and that has happened. So that's good. It's just their true leaves dying off. These are really flying. Oh look, what's that there? But these are really flying along. These were tiny little seedlings last time we saw them. They're doing great. Got more seedlings in the house to have a second batch. So hopefully throughout the whole summer, early end of summer, we'll be getting tomatoes as well. I did get this. I was trying to meet the order quantity value on the website I used, which is Charlie's. So I did order a few extra bits that probably aren't essential, but just looked interesting. This shows you the min and maximum temperature, and you can reset it using this red button. So I've had the doors open all of today, and I just put this in this afternoon. It seems we're about 30. Min, I did reset that. That was reading something, but I reset it earlier. So I have to play with that and make sure I understand how it works. These are poking out now. Corianders. These are all, there was nothing there last time I showed you. Coriander there as well. Basil. Lettuces are doing great. Really good. I've got chives, thyme and parsley in there. Only one parsley came out. I was hoping, also got these propagators. These are really cheap actually. Yeah, I was hoping maybe that would help the rest of them come out and warm up a bit at night, or retain a bit of heat. If we close it. What else we got? Tomatoes. There's 3 plants in each of these. They have grown. I would estimate 10, if not more, centimetres in the last week, especially the ones on the left. There are different varieties in there. New addition, strawberries. These are from my girlfriend's parents in Slovakia. I sent them all the way. They reached us within 3 days, which is a bit of a miracle with the postage, how it is. We potted these up last night, so they're just settling in. Apparently these grow all year round, which will be great, and they do spread. But I thought we'd pot them up at first and just let them recover because they've had a long journey. So that'll be really fun actually at some point to maybe plant those outside. What else we got? Another tomato, it's a tumbler. Not sure what I'm going to do with that one. Maybe that'll go down on the patio at some point. More lettuce, growing really well. Pak choy, that's growing really well compared to the ones outside. So we are seeing the effects of the greenhouse already, or polytunnel. So it's more a polytunnel greenhouse. More pak choy. Bell pepper, I think I had that in the last video I did, aubergine. Carrots at the bottom, are doing well. Some more strawberries. Coriander, well look at that. I'm pretty sure that maybe they were poking their heads in the last video, I think they just were, but they've shot up a lot. So yeah, it's really coming along. Got this to set up. It's a bag feeder for the tomatoes. I'm wondering whether to leave that until I've got these other grow bags out. I've got these other 2 grow bags to go out, but I'm not going to put anything in them until the cucumbers and tomatoes have grown a bit. We'll see which ones are doing best really, and then move them in. I was thinking of putting 2 more grow bags in front of those 2. There's plenty of room in here now in the middle. So yeah, that's it for now. This is doing well, coming well. Carrots looking good. Not much growth. And we have a casualty. Sweet corn at the back has been munched. Where is it? There. Dun dun dun. Which is unfortunate. I have put out some slug killers, as it were. A lot of slugs around. And I just want to protect what we've got left. Yeah, so you can see the difference between the greenhouse and here. These are cabbages and they are way smaller than the polytunnel. Yeah, and I'm feeling a bit sorry about the sweet corns. They're not looking too happy, unfortunately. Hopefully they recover though. Some herbs we've got. Some lavenders down here that I bought 2-3 years ago as little plugs. And I'm doing alright this year actually. See some of them, they got really quite old, so we're hoping they recover and grow a bit better this year. So I planted those out, they were all in little pots. It wasn't adequate, the pot they were in. So I put a bit of effort in last year and moved them all up. These into bigger pots and these ones out into the soil. So I hope they recover, if not it's nothing lost. Tomatoes in there, another batch, peas, hoping to grow these up, might look quite nice. Made out some bamboo cane, chilies in on the windowsill there. Keep trying to bring them out into the sun, but they go all floppy, so it seems a bit early. I started a bit late this year with those. But I'm sure We'll get some chilies from them. And that's it for now. I've got some potatoes I want to plant out, just old potatoes that have grown sprouts. And you hear like a million things on the internet saying don't plant them out, but I'm going to do it. Why not? I'm not a farmer. If they develop a potato disease, I'm not going to be growing potatoes every year, so nothing to lose. They're on the windowsill at the moment, they're all sprouted nicely. So I might do that tomorrow. I think the weather is getting rainy next week, so tomorrow is the day for outdoor jobs. Let's leave it there for today.